This is a 297 carat chunk of opal from Coober Pedy, South Australia. This was sent to me by the folks at Opal et al. This opal has a lot of problems, but I actually chose it because it has problems. It's the challenge. A challenge for me to demonstrate my manliness and devastating good looks. I kind of made up that last part, but the folks at Opal et al. Also sent me these two giant chunks of opal. It's lower grade material, but it's still got some color in it, and they suggested that I might want to make arrowheads with them. Who makes arrowheads with opal? I would never do that. These slices are the right width and thickness for arrowheads. Arrowheads break easily while making them, as you can see. To help prevent this, it's best to grind both sides to make them curved. Flakes travel much better along a curved surface, and that helps prevent breakage. And with opal, breakage can be expensive. What's that? Why don't I try these out? Well, that's a great idea, Sheila. Let's do it. Well, I better do it because you don't, have arms. We do these things not because they're easy, but because they are hard.
Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
The three problems you can have with opal are potch, sand, and cracks, and this one really excels at cracks. So is there anything I can actually do with this? Well, the answer is I don't actually know. Maybe I should just stop talking and start cutting. How's that sound? So we know that this will be useful. I'll be able to get stones out of that. But we don't know about this, other than that it's got some pretty nice potential there. What I'd like to do is saw right through this crevice and take this piece off. Okay, I cut the stone in half, and the inside is pretty colorful. And as I turn it, I see that there's color bar right above the back of the stone. We never expected anything there. So now I've got it marked up so I can cut the back off and separate it from the best area of the stone, which is on the front. Sheila, hand me the saw.
Here are my fingers. You can't really see, but he's extremely large, very heavy, and very uncoordinated.
It's coming to me.
And he can hop. He can hop probably 10 inches maximum. He's not a great hopper, but he's technically a hopper.
I made the cut. and I see that there's color on both sides. And this is the back of the stone that originally looked like this. I can't believe that we might be able to get a colorful stone from the back. The other half, the front, still looks very promising. Well, it's been a long time since my last video, and one of you guys accused me of ghosting. How ridiculous. I would never do that. I mean, what the hell is ghosting anyway? Wasn't that a movie? It doesn't matter. I don't do it, and I don't even believe in ghosts. But I have an excuse for being gone so long. I was in the mountains, and a bear was after me. This is actual footage. But fortunately, I got away when he grabbed my son-in-law. But don't worry, my daughter will be okay. There are lots of other suckers, guys out there, and she attracts them like flies to honey. And you know, it's really hard to sift through 10 hours of video clips to put together a 10-minute video. Maybe I ought to go easy on that record button. Well, maybe another rant will help cheer me up. Paperweight. Somebody recently told me that I could use one of my opals as a paperweight. Now, a paperweight is what they used back in the day to keep a stack of loose papers from blowing around. And I don't need a paperweight because I only have one paper. Nobody needs paperweights because everything's gone electronic. Well, digital. It's all out in the ether. I heard Zuckerberg say that recently. He's the Facebook guy. Anyway, back in the day, the only ether you ever needed was a clear liquid, like chloroform, and it was used to put people to sleep. Okay, I know what you're thinking. No, I never used that stuff on people. Except when I absolutely had to. But you know, come to think of it, ethers might just work on bears. I'm just saying. Before we get to the final stones, a quick review. We got one stone from each of these. We got 4 stones from this one. And when I say we, I'm referring to Sheila and me, not necessarily in that order. And our 2 largest stones came from this one. And don't look at that. And now for the final stones. At 3.85 carats, we have the pickle-shaped stone named Herman. He will be coming to one of you, but fair warning, don't accidentally eat him or put him in your nose. To enter the giveaway, just leave a comment. Olivia is a 4.10 carat opal with subtle but interesting colors. She loves a party, but she's headed back to her peeps in Australia so that she can party Aussie style. I'll bet you never even expected to see Marvin, a slender, tender sliver weighing 8.94 carats. In order to dress him up for his new home with one of you, I gave him a good shine, and he's smiling. Lance is the arrowhead that all opals want to be. He's a hefty 27.48 carats, but is a bit flaky according to some. But his long-legged good looks will be welcome back in Australia. Barry is a respectable young opal arrowhead whose only regret is that his birth was not shown on camera. He weighs 13.75 carats and is good-natured and, well, sharp. He says that he wants to live with somebody who watches Pulitzer Opal on YouTube. Why? The folks at Opal et al. Have generously requested that one of you own the 25.41 carat opal named Lumpy. She has nice color and dreams of being in the movies. Cheap movies, can you believe? Sheila wanted her, but I'm not sure we need her at Pulitzer Opal. I gotta be honest, that movie thing kinda creeps me out. The biggest bear in the forest, Harmon was never supposed to be a star because his 56.53 carats all came from the back of a troubled stone. He's got points of fire that seem to drift into streamers. In a way, he's a wonder child, born in the last house on a dead-end street. But our Australian friends will welcome him back. The ugly duckling will be returning as a, duck. Who would have ever thought that there would be a clam made of opal? Well, Dharma is that clam. Now, clams made of opal do occur in nature, but Dharma was never a clam until she got a taste of my grinding wheels. I was just minding my own business as usual and was shocked when the perky bivalve just magically appeared in my hands. I'll never forget, but I know that I can always go visit her in the land down under. And now the winner from my last video. The winner of the mesmerizing fiber optic glass arrowhead is stone, glass, and metal. Doing this video, I relearned a lesson that I knew but forgot about. Don't record all 10 hours of opal cutting. I've learned my lesson, and I promise that I'll never do it again. Yes, I will. I can't help myself. And don't forget to subscribe. An ironic statement because the only people who watch until the end of the videos are already subscribers. I'll see you next time. Another way to reach Opal et al. Is on their webpage, opaletal.com.